stop and look at this for a moment. Really look. The modern vitamin aisle is a monument to nutritional bankruptcy. Hundreds of plastic bottles, each containing isolated compounds extracted, synthesized, concentrated, and sold back to you at markup rates that would make drug cartels blush. A month's supply of basic vitamins and minerals, the nutrients humans evolved obtaining from food, now cost the average American over $150. Annually, the global vitamin supplement industry extracts $140 billion from people trying to compensate for nutritionally dead food. And here's what they don't tell you while they're scanning your credit card. There's a tree, one tree, that contains 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, 4 times more calcium than milk, 4 times more vitamin A than carrots, 3 times more potassium than bananas, and more iron than spinach. One tree that provides more complete nutrition than your entire supplement regimen combined. That grows in poor soil with minimal water. That produces year-round. That costs nothing after initial planting. That ancient empires considered so valuable, they carried it into battle and buried it with their dead. And you've never heard of it. Because this tree represents something the pharmaceutical industry cannot tolerate, a source of complete nutrition they cannot patent, cannot synthesize, cannot control, and cannot profit from. This is Moringa oleifera, the miracle tree, the tree of life, the forbidden multivitamin, nature's rebuke to a $140 billion industry built on selling you back what food used to provide for free. And its story, the story of how this nutritional powerhouse was systematically erased from Western consciousness, is the story of how modern medicine chose profit over healing. The supplement illusion begins with a simple question nobody asks. Why do we need supplements at all? For millions of years of human evolution, people obtained complete nutrition from food. Not special food, not exotic food, just food. Wild plants, cultivated crops, animal products. The human body evolved to extract and utilize nutrients from whole food sources. Then came industrial agriculture, monoculture, soil depletion, chemical farming, prioritizing yield over nutrition, selecting crop varieties for shelf life, uniformity and transportability rather than nutrient density. Modern wheat contains 40% less protein than wheat grown in 1950. Fruits and vegetables contain 14 to 38% fewer minerals than they did 70 years ago. The food looks the same. It doesn't nourish the same. The solution offered? Don't fix the food system. Sell supplements. Extract and synthesize the missing nutrients. Package them in plastic bottles. Market them as wellness. Create an entirely new industry built on compensating for food that no longer works. This is the illusion that isolated synthetic compounds and pills provide the same biological benefit as nutrients from whole food sources. They don't. Nutrient absorption requires cofactors, enzymes, companion compounds that exist in food but not in isolated supplements. Your body absorbs maybe 10 to 30% of synthetic vitamin supplements. The rest passes through expensively, literally flushing money down the toilet while leaving you still deficient. But there's another way, an ancient way, that doesn't require extraction, synthesis, or plastic bottles. That provides nutrients and forms your body evolved to recognize and absorb at rates approaching 100%. Moringa leaves. Fresh, green, complete nutrition, bioavailable, accessible, ancient solution to modern deficiency. India, 320 BCE. The Mauryan Empire, one of the largest empires in Indian history, stretching from the Hindu Kush to Bengal, ruling 50 million people. Mauryan military success depended on maintaining army health during extended campaigns. Soldiers marching hundreds of miles, fighting in harsh climates, sustaining injuries, facing disease. Standard military problem, keeping warriors functional despite physical stress. Sanskrit medical texts from the period, specifically the Sushruta Samhita and Charaka Samhita, document the use of shigru, Moringa, as essential military provision. Warriors would consume Moringa leaves, fresh when available, dry powder when not, mixed with water or food. They called it the elixir of endurance. They didn't understand biochemistry. They didn't know about vitamins, minerals, amino acids. They just knew empirically. Soldiers consuming Moringa fought longer without fatigue, recovered faster from wounds, resisted disease better than those who didn't. What they were witnessing, without understanding it, was the effect of complete bioavailable nutrition on human performance. Moringa leaves contain all 9 essential amino acids, making it one of the rare complete plant proteins. The iron content prevented anemia. The vitamin A protected vision. The calcium strengthened bones stressed by carrying equipment and fighting. The vitamin C, 7 times more concentrated than in citrus, supported immune function and collagen production for wound healing. Ancient warriors didn't know about collagen synthesis. They just knew wounds healed faster. This military-grade nutrition was documented, proven, refined over centuries of use. And then, predictably, forgotten by the West when industrial nutrition decided isolated synthetic compounds were superior to what actually worked. Egypt, Valley of the Kings. 1922, Howard Carter opens the tomb of Tutankhamun, sealed for over 3,000 years. Among the golden artifacts, the jewelry, the ceremonial objects, archaeologists found something unexpected: sealed jars of oil. Still liquid, still pure. After 3 millennia, most oils go rancid rapidly, within months or years, as exposure to oxygen causes lipid oxidation, breaking molecular bonds and creating foul-smelling compounds. Yet these oils remain stable, pure, almost fresh after 3,000 years of entombment. Chemical analysis revealed the answer: Ben oil, pressed from Moringa seeds, one of the most oxidatively stable oils known to chemistry. The ancient Egyptians valued Ben oil so highly they buried it with their pharaohs, not as food for the afterlife, but as preservation agent. They used it to preserve cosmetics, perfumes, and their own royal bodies. The oil contains behenic acid, a saturated fatty acid so chemically stable it resists oxidation indefinitely, plus powerful antioxidants that neutralize free radicals before they can damage lipid structures. This same property makes Moringa oil valuable for modern applications, pharmaceutical-grade carrier oil for medications, cosmetic base that never goes rancid, precision machinery lubricant for watch mechanisms and weapons. Use is currently served by synthetic compounds despite natural superior alternative existing. But promoting Moringa oil would mean acknowledging that ancient civilizations possessed chemical knowledge equal or superior to modern industry in some applications. Can't have that. Undermines the narrative of progressive superiority. 1913, the world changes. A Polish biochemist named Casimir Funk isolates the first vitamin, a compound he calls vitamin, lifamine. Within a decade, science has identified and isolated multiple vitamins: A, B, C, D. This should have been a tool for understanding why certain foods prevented certain diseases. Should have validated traditional food wisdom: why citrus prevented scurvy, why liver prevented anemia, why cod liver oil prevented rickets. Instead, it became a weapon for destroying that wisdom. Pharmaceutical companies saw opportunity. If vitamins could be isolated, they could be synthesized. If synthesized, they could be patented. If patented, they could be sold at controlled prices with captive markets. The vitamin pill was born, not as medicine, but as product, not as solution to deficiency, but as replacement for food. But this business model had a fatal flaw. Food plants like Moringa provided the same vitamins naturally, in more bioavailable forms, at essentially zero cost once established. You cannot patent Moringa. It's a naturally occurring species that has existed for millions of years. Patent law requires novelty. You can't claim ownership of something nature already made. You cannot create dependency on Moringa. One tree produces massive quantities of leaves year-round. Plant once, harvest indefinitely. No recurring purchases. No supply chain control. No profit model. So Moringa had to be erased. Not made illegal. Too obvious. Too difficult. Just forgotten. Excluded from nutritional databases. Absent from medical school curriculum. Missing from agricultural extension recommendations. Invisible. By mid-century, the transformation was complete. Complete nutrition from food-isolated synthetic supplements. Knowledge of medicinal plants, prescriptions for pharmaceutical products. Food as medicine, medicine as product. And we've been paying for it ever since. Literally, $140 billion annually for synthetic substitutes of what trees like Moringa provide superior versions of for free. Let's talk about the numbers. because this is where Moringa stops being interesting and starts being impossible to ignore. Per 100 grams of dried Moringa leaf powder, about 7 tablespoons. Vitamin C, 220 milligrams. Compared to oranges at 53 milligrams per 100 g, Moringa provides over 4 times more. Compared to the recommended daily allowance of 75 to 90 milligrams, one serving provides 250% RDA. But that's fresh leaves. Dried powder concentrates nutrients. 7 times more vitamin C than oranges in dried form. 7 times. Vitamin A, 18,900 IU. Carrots, famous for vitamin A, provide 16,700 IU per 100 g. Moringa wins. RDA for vitamin A, 3,000 IU. One serving of Moringa, 630% RDA. Calcium, 2,000 milligrams. Milk provides 125 milligrams per 100 milliliters. Moringa provides 16 times more calcium than milk. 16 times. The RDA for calcium, 1,000 milligrams. Moringa provides 200% in one serving. Iron, 28 milligrams. Spinach, Popeye's Miracle Green, provides 2.7 milligrams per 100 g. Moringa provides 10 times more iron than spinach. Potassium, 1,324 milligrams. Bananas provide 358 milligrams per 100 g. Moringa provides nearly 4 times more potassium. Protein, 27 grams per 100 g of dried leaves. That's more protein per weight than eggs, 13 g. More than milk, 3.4 g. Comparable to beef, 26 g. And unlike most plant proteins, Moringa contains all 9 essential amino acids in significant quantities, making it a complete protein comparable to animal sources, but without the environmental cost, animal suffering, or saturated fat. This is nutritionally impossible. One plant shouldn't dominate every category, yet Moringa does. 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, 4 times more calcium than milk, 10 times more iron than spinach, 4 times more potassium than bananas. Complete protein rivaling beef. But raw numbers only tell half the story. The other half is bioavailability, whether your body can actually absorb and use these nutrients. Synthetic vitamin pills typically have 10 to 30% bioavailability. You absorb a fraction of what the label claims, piss out the rest. Nutrients from whole food sources, especially when consumed with their natural cofactors intact, have bioavailability rates of 60 to 95%. Moringa delivers nutrients in whole food form, with enzymes, cofactors, companion compounds that your body evolved to recognize. The vitamin C comes with bioflavonoids that enhance absorption. The iron comes with vitamin C that increases iron absorption. The calcium comes with vitamin K and magnesium that regulate calcium deposition. 1 tablespoon of Moringa powder provides more absorbable nutrition than $100 worth of isolated synthetic supplements. 1 tree in your backyard replaces your medicine cabinet. This is why it's forbidden. Not legally, you can buy Moringa, but systemically forbidden through obscurity, through absence from medical recommendations, through exclusion from mainstream nutritional consciousness. But Moringa's value doesn't stop at nutrition. There's another property, one so valuable for survival scenarios that it's actively suppressed from public knowledge. Water purification is humanity's eternal challenge. Dysentery, cholera, typhoid, waterborne diseases that have killed more humans than all wars combined. Modern solution, chemical treatment, expensive filtration systems, infrastructure requiring electricity and maintenance. Ancient solution, rediscovered by modern research, Moringa seeds. Moringa seeds contain proteins that act as natural coagulants and antimicrobials. Crush the seeds into powder, add to dirty water, stir. Within hours, suspended particles clump together and settle to the bottom. Bacteria bind to the seed proteins and become inactive. The result, water with 90 to 99% reduction in bacteria and turbidity. Not perfectly sterile, but safe enough to prevent waterborne disease in emergency scenarios. This knowledge is gold in disaster scenarios, conflict zones, wilderness survival. 1 Moringa tree provides both nutrition and water purification, complete survival infrastructure growing from 1 seed. But you won't find this prominently featured in survival guides. Won't find it taught in schools. Because acknowledging it means acknowledging that survival doesn't require purchasing expensive filtration equipment from outdoor companies. The magic seeds remain semi-secret knowledge, shared in permaculture circles, survival communities, international aid organizations working in regions without clean water infrastructure, quietly saving lives while remaining invisible to mainstream consciousness. So let's reclaim what was stolen. Let's talk about growing nature's rebuke to the pharmaceutical industry in your backyard or on your balcony. Moringa is tropical, native to India, thrives in USDA zones 9 to 11. If you live where it freezes, you'll grow it as an annual or in a pot you bring inside during winter. Growing from seed, seeds are readily available online. Plant in spring after last frost. Soak seeds overnight to improve germination. Plant 1 inch deep in well-draining soil. Keep moist but not waterlogged. Germination 7 to 14 days. Growth explosive. Under ideal conditions, Moringa can grow 15 feet in a single year. This plant grows faster than bamboo. Container growing. Use a large container, minimum 20 gallons, deeper the better. Moringa develops a taproot that stores water and nutrients. Soil, well draining. Water, drought tolerant once established. Sun, full sun. Minimum 6 hours direct sunlight daily. This is a tropical plant that worships the sun. Harvesting. Harvest leaves from branch tips, the youngest, most tender growth. Cut or pinch off 6 to 12 inches of growing tips. The plant responds by branching, creating more harvest points. Frequent harvesting keeps the plant bushy and productive. Processing into green gold. Step 1. Wash leaves gently. Remove from stems if desired. Those stems are edible when young. Step 2. Dry completely. Air drying on screens. Dehydrator at 95 to 115 degrees Fahrenheit or oven at lowest setting. Leaves are done when they crumble easily. Step 4. Grind into fine powder using coffee grinder, blender, or mortar and pestle. Finer powder equals better mixability. Step 5. Store in airtight container away from light and heat. Properly dried and stored, Moringa powder retains potency for 6 to 12 months. Using your green gold, start with 1 teaspoon daily. Mix into smoothies, tea, soups, or salad dressings. The flavor is earthy, slightly bitter, not unpleasant, but strong enough to benefit from mixing with other flavors. Dosage: 1 to 2 teaspoons daily provides significant nutritional boost. Start low to allow digestive adaptation. Let me show you what happens when you grow 1 tree, just 1, and process leaves regularly into powder. 1 mature Moringa tree produces approximately 30 to 40 pounds of fresh leaves per year in temperate climates, up to 100 pounds in tropical climates where it grows year-round. Fresh leaves dry to about 1/10 their weight, so 30 pounds fresh becomes 3 pounds dried powder. 100 pounds fresh becomes 10 pounds dried powder. 1 teaspoon of Moringa powder is approximately 3 grams. 3 pounds of powder provides 454 servings. 10 pounds provides 1,500 servings. Commercial Moringa powder costs $20 to $40 per pound. 3 pounds, $60 to $120 value. 10 pounds, $200 to $400 value. Annually, from 1 tree you planted once. But that's just the commodity value. The pharmaceutical replacement value is higher. 1 teaspoon of Moringa powder provides more absorbable nutrition than a full regimen of synthetic supplements costing $150 monthly. Over 10 years, 1 $20 tree saves you $18,000 in supplement costs while providing superior nutrition with better bioavailability. This is why it's forbidden. Not by law, by obscurity, by exclusion, by systematic erasure from nutritional consciousness. Because if everyone knew, if everyone grew 1 tree, if everyone started making green gold in their kitchens, the supplement industry would collapse. Not from competition, from irrelevance. Walk outside right now and look at your yard, your balcony, your windowsill. Somewhere in that space, Moringa could grow. 1 tree, $20, 6 months of growth. And you have a permanent source of pharmaceutical-grade nutrition that costs supplement companies $18,000 over 10 years to synthesize, bottle, market, and sell back to you. They can't patent it, can't prevent you from growing it, can't stop you from processing your own leaves, can't eliminate it from existence. It's too widespread, too hardy, too generous. Their only weapon is your ignorance. keeping you in the vitamin aisle, paying monthly for isolated compounds your body barely absorbs. Never mentioning that ancient warriors used this tree, that pharaohs buried its oil, that it contains 7x vitamin C. Nature's rebuke to the pharmaceutical industry grows to 15 feet in a year, produces year-round, tolerates drought, ignores disease, provides complete nutrition that makes synthetic supplements obsolete. And it does this while the pharmaceutical industry spends billions researching synthetic alternatives to what this tree provides for free. The forbidden multivitamin isn't forbidden by law. It's forbidden by a system that profits from your nutritional dependence and cannot tolerate a solution that costs $20 once and works forever. But the tree doesn't care about their business model. It grows anyway, offers anyway, provides pharmaceutical-grade nutrition anyway, because it evolved to feed, and feeding is what it does. The question isn't whether Moringa works. The question is, will you keep buying plastic bottles of synthetic substitutes, or will you plant a tree that makes them obsolete? 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, 4 times more calcium than milk, 10 times more iron than spinach, complete protein, water purification, oxidation-resistant oil that lasts millennia. One tree, nature's rebuke, growing, thriving, offering, waiting for you to stop paying for inferior substitutes and start growing pharmaceutical-grade nutrition in your backyard. The forbidden multivitamin is forbidden only by your ignorance. And that ends today. The forbidden multivitamin. Verdant Vault.